Hello, Jesse Moore, Dennis Pierce, Pickett Street Properties, Puget Sound's premier short sale team. Coming at you today from the dark caverns of Keller Williams Realty in Bothell.
The hidden recesses here.
It's evening time.
Yeah.
It's not morning.
No, it's actually, we've been going since about 6 o'clock this morning, so another long day in the trenches.
The hot yoga people are coming out of there. No, I'm just kidding. we do actually work right across from a hot yoga place, and sometimes the view is distracting. It is. I'm just going to say it. It is.
Straight up. Okay.
All right. Speaking of something else other than hot yoga pants. Hey, I want to talk about local bank short sales. So we in the Northwest, we have a lot of local banks. We have credit unions like BECU, Northwest Plus Credit Union. We have
Washington Federal. We have
WaFed. We have, what was the Spokane Teachers Credit Union?
Teachers Credit Union.
I mean, it seems like you throw a rock and you hit a credit union.
They're everywhere, and I mean, face it, they have some great terms on loans.
Yeah.
So a lot of people really like that. Well, they're being hit just like everybody else with short sales, and which means that we're ending up negotiating those short sales.
Yeah, so I guess we kind of want to talk about what's that process like on a local, like on a credit union file or on a local bank file. And I think by and large we can generalize by saying that the local banks we like working with for the most part.
Because we've actually had really good relationships with the local banks. I think that one of the things that's nice is, that most of them market themselves as being kind of specialists in the community. They're local, they deal with local businesses, and they're familiar with what's happening in our local economy. So because of that, they're more, I think, more responsive to what's happening here in our area.
Well, and I think too, they're just dealing with fewer short sales because their volume, their portfolio is so much smaller that they're dealing with fewer of these. And we've actually been responsible for educating many local credit unions about the short sale process and helping them get a better understanding of how it should go and how they can protect themselves, and at the same time
how they can make the process work for everybody
and mitigate loss. And the reality is if they don't do a short sale, they will lose more money.
It's going to foreclosure, and they're going to lose money.
Right. And so what's your experience, Dennis? You've actually done way more short sales with, like, BECU is probably the premier credit union for our area, Boeing Employees Credit Union.
Right.
And so what has your experience been? I'll tell you one thing I hear about BECU is that good luck doing a short sale with them because they will not waive the deficiency. So if you bought a house for $300,000, you're selling that house now for $200,000, they are going to make you sign a promissory note or do something to recapture that loss.
And I have heard that actually as well, and I've come up against it. I have also successfully negotiated through that, and what I have found thus far is that the best way to get through those is when they send through the prom note, we just need to hold fast. Okay, it's a matter of BECU. They have a policy, and their options are they either accept a short sale or they go to foreclosure. One of those options is going to cost them a lot more money.
Yeah.
And so and they recognize that it's also possible for a seller, once they have gotten through the foreclosure process, they can declare bankruptcy, and then that wipes them out entirely. So they realize that they're kind of working with limited options, and there's generally a short sale is a better way to mitigate their loss.
And I'll say this, because we represent people at auction also, we see BECU up at the auction protecting their position.
Absolutely.
And what I mean by that, if they're the second lien holder and that first is foreclosing, and there's a way for them to salvage that money, they will bid against investors on properties for that first position lien.
Absolutely, and they'll run prices up way beyond anything that the market's going to cover just to cover their losses.
And I'm actually impressed by BECU. I mean, they are a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
That is a well-run credit union.
Oh, absolutely.
And
actually, I can speak to this from a couple different levels. I mean, I've got several loans with them myself. We've done a lot of business with them as investors.
But I want to be clear, I do not like their home loan program for buyers.
And that's a really funny little quirk about them. They are exceptional, especially on consumer loans and kind of all of their products on the back end, but their buyer's program.
Well, it is, like I said, it's a machine.
It's expensive and it's convoluted.
And it's not. You don't have a representative.
Right.
Like, you don't have a
mortgage
broker
who's
working on your behalf, and you're like, hey, buddy, what's up? This is what's going on. You get whoever's in the queue, and then you may not talk to them on an ongoing basis. So
well, I think that as probably the largest local credit union, they are the most bureaucratic of all of the organizations in the area. So.
Yeah, and so what I mean by that is on the buyer side, we're not in love. We have buyers come to us and say, hey, I'm pre-approved through BECU, and we're like, great. We need you to talk to somebody else. Now, if BECU is watching this, I love you guys. I'm a member, and you guys have great loan products that we use all the time.
Right.
But for home loans, I don't like it. And if you want to talk to us about short sales, and you are BECU, we'd love to talk to you about your process.
Absolutely.
And if you are a BECU member or a member of a local credit union, please don't think that it's any different than a normal short sale. The reality is that it is better for the credit union to follow through on a short sale than to foreclose on you.
Right.
They will save more money by doing a short sale. And so whatever rumors or myths or stories you've heard about local institutions, maybe give us a call and let us sit down with you and show you proven results and give you testimonials from people that are members of these credit unions, and let us show you that we've gotten these deficiencies waived.
Yeah, no, we've had actually really good results and developed some good relationships with the local credit unions. So by all means.
We gotta come up with a way to close these videos out. I was thinking like a forearm shiver or something. No. Alright, thanks guys. Remember, Pick Street Properties, Puget Sound, short sale experts.